Hey, we're out in the field today with Matt Miles and Lane standing back there where you can't see him, but just taking a look at their corn. Matt's been a long-time customer. When we came on board, he was still trying to figure out how to use the technology and finally began to use it the way it was intended to be used to replace nitrogen and improve his ROI. Matt, what would we take you from?
Yeah, well, so from when I started, before I started using Pivot, we were basically old school, so we were 1.2 pounds of nitrogen per bushel of corn. In today's world, we've got that down to 0.8, sometimes 0.6. We've done some tests where, we've been lower than that and hadn't seen a real difference in yield at all. Like I think one test we did with y'all at one point in time, we reduced it 50 units and we lost 1 bushel. Well, if you do the ROI, I'll give more than that 1 bushel up every day to not spend that money on 50 more units of nitrogen.
Exactly, yeah. And this is G3, which is a new product, and I really love this. The company's sensitive to the market. These are tight times in agriculture, and there's not a price increase for the technology. In fact, they're finding ways to get it to the grower at a better price. And I think that's significant and needs to be recognized because so many companies aren't sensitive to what's going on out here. And if Matt can't make money, I can't make money, we're all out of this. So that's something to pay attention to, I think, in these times, is watch for companies and how they treat their customer.
Well, so far I know of 2 companies that's looked into lowering input costs to help the farmer. I mean, if you can't tell what the farming economy looks like today, you know absolutely nothing about agriculture in general. And it really gives me that warm fuzzy feeling when a company comes to me and says, hey, we're going to try to lower our price to keep you in business, because we've got to stay in business some way. So I applaud Pivot Bio for doing that, because this product really works. I'm about as skeptical on biology as anyone. And the last thing I wanted to do was decrease yield trying to, decrease fertilizer. And we've actually picked up some yield and decrease fertilizer. We looked at a yield map last year and we knew exactly where the pivot was because it was a greener stretch in the field. So not only are we reducing our input, which helps the environment in general, but we're also picking up a little bit of yield. We're not blowing the doors out with extra yield, but if you can pick up any yield plus save money, that's a double ROI.